in terms of fasteners, and we've had over the years a number of people who tend to substitute decent fasteners for what they consider to be more economic. A drywall screw is not necessarily the best thing for this application, and we will show you the various types of screws that are recommended by the manufacturer. And for good engineering, you would have to appreciate the fact that if the screws are steel, if they are coated, if they have the correct thread patterns, then they will work much better in the various applications. So the fasteners that are used are very critical. Then something that some people even choose to forget, the sealing of the joints. Some people go for economy and they go with a caulking. An interior caulking is not necessarily the best thing for any kind of exterior application. And if you are doing a proper application, you should use a product that has not only sealing but adhesive qualities, because then what you get is when the forces start to work against the various sheets that you have or panels that you have installed, they keep holding if you have decent adhesive qualities. Joint treatment is a very critical aspect of it. I've heard some horror stories, and I'll tell you those horror stories. People say that they use tile cement at the joint. That works. It does not work. We have had people who use polyfiller and various other types of sealants, not for that application. It should be an acrylic sealant with decent adhesive qualities. For the next sheet vein, we're going to demonstrate something else. You need to put the caulk in. Right, here's an application for all of these panels that makes absolute sense. We're going to do the edge of the sheet, and then we're going to do the studs as well. So we're going to put a bead of the acrylic adhesive sealant on the stud and also along the edge. Now, normally what the guys do is they put the sheets together and then seal. We're recommending that you put the sealant between so that there's no misunderstanding where the sealant has actually gone in, right? So yeah, go ahead, Wayne. Along the studs across, vertically and horizontally as well. Not that one way, the other side. We're going to get there when we're doing the other sheet. Right. Down the two studs, yeah. The benefit of doing this here is that even if you have a difficulty with your screws, the placement of screws, the adhesive quality of the sealant keeps that sheet in place. It makes a more rigid application, and generally, as far as racking is concerned, you don't get the racking because the adhesive, along with the fastener, the screw, is holding the panel in place, and that's a very important thing. We're now going to put the next panel in place, allowing a 1/8 of an inch space, a 1.5 millimeter space between the two panels, and whatever comes out between there for sealant, you should level so that when it's set, you don't have to go back trying to remove it. Right. So you still have that space in there that you can continue to fill if it doesn't have enough of the sealant, adhesive sealant. But the bottom line is those panels are now properly secured to the studs, and they're also sealed between the two sheets. In other words, they're sealed at the joints.